No, we're not doing that, okay? Always keep telling me, you need to tell your story, you need to tell your story, you need to tell your story. And I always say the same thing of, hey girl, hey, it's your girl Cita here. If you're new, welcome. If you come and get back, hey girl, hey, hi. Almost messed up my intro. Anywho, so we got some stuff to do, baby girl. Trash day, one of the favorite days of the week. But so I've already pulled like the cans of stuff to the front, and we just got to just clean out this refrigerator. Hold on, girl, be right back. So, like, should I really be talking to you right now? Probably not, but it's fine. I gotta finish this tea before I can actually enjoy the tea that I want to drink, or any tea that I want to drink. The weather is changing and it's getting warmer, but it's a little flip-floppy and it's allergy season. So what I've been doing first thing in the morning, I've been doing since last week off and on. I've been doing, what is it? Mullein leaf tea. I was trying to see the box from here. I didn't. It came off. It came boop. Anywho, so mullein leaf tea is what I've been doing in the morning, like my first cup of tea. So that way I help with the congestion and stuff, because I've been waking up congested where I really can't breathe out of nothing. And I'm not about to be a mouth breather no, we're not doing that. Okay. Anywho. So I've been doing that, and then like last night, oh my God, yesterday, boys didn't have school, so we sat outside and was out there all day. I said all day. So since we were out there, I'm trying to think, should I do a big? Let's just do a big bag. And since we was out there all day, my allergies kicked my butt, girl. And not only did it kick my butt, everybody decided to cut grass yesterday. 3 different people in close proximity. So I was really going through it. Okay? Let me put this in here, because I'm not about to hold this while I do this. I'm wondering, should I just got a smaller bag? So, I had dumped the trash out last week. Well, something was in there. One of my greens that I need to clean out, because every time you open this refrigerator, girl, you know this is on its way out. Those are still decent. I don't know if it's not. I didn't open this. So it might not be this one. But I got 3 different things of greens, so come on. I think it might be this kale. Or it could be this one. So we're just gonna throw it all out and start all over. The challenge was my silly self, I went and bought all this and thinking I was gonna eat it. And I don't want to say silly self, but I should take the seeds out. Oh, no. Ooh, no. Should I do anything with this? I got some that's still good in here, I think. This is why I don't be buying a big bag of any. Oh no, it went bad. You see it at the top. That's why I don't be buying a big bag of nothing. I try not to anyway, because it seemed to go bad before I could even eat it. But like I was saying, with the greens, I bought all them greens, and then we ended up. Did I buy them before we went to Nationals? I had to have, because I knew we wasn't gonna be here. And I wasn't doing a big grocery shop, but apparently I did. And now that's what that is. Ginger. That's some old ginger. I didn't even know that was back there. These potatoes okay. They're feeling alright. I'm gonna do You take them out the bag. That'll determine everything. No! They alright. We'll set them in there for now. I don't even remember when I bought these. I don't want to be like I hate, but I don't care for when I do. Let me be quiet. I'm grateful that I have the means to be able to do so. Sometimes I just wonder, like, girl, what do you be doing? Because you didn't even get a chance to eat this stuff before it go bad. But at the same token, the stuff they be doing to it, it just be, January 9th. Oh, no. That said January 9th, right? Well, I throw it in there, child. I ain't about to worry about it now. So, I don't need peppers. Oh. This one went completely bad. Ew. I lied. I might need peppers. Ew. So, back to what I was saying. If for a better part of like about 3 weeks straight, we really ain't been here. Just because it's been a lot. I've been grateful. You know, we've just been doing a lot. They, ooh, that one is nice. I'm about to wash this real quick so I can put that stuff back. All of these really need to just go in the trash. So if you're not here, what's the food gonna do? Go bye-bye. And then some of this is a long time coming. Like, I've really been needing to clean the refrigerator out. And actually, the refrigerator, I always say I really need to clean the refrigerator out. And I don't. I do, but I don't. Like, that's gone. I'm not going to do that. That's for today. I got to go downstairs. I ended up getting this. Do I have enough sour cream? Oh, we got enough. And it's still good. 420. It just went out. It just went out the door, baby girl. Cream cheese, 423. I didn't even open this. It still look good. There's something else in here I need to check. What is it? These crumbles, one of these crumbles need to be out June. They still got time. I think this expired. March 10th, yes. Sometimes I get upset about certain things I buy because I don't eat it fast enough, and then other times, like that big old thing, I'm not gonna eat all of that like that, like so to be done and gone. I don't remember what else I wanted to do with that cream cheese. All right, so I think that part's cool. All right, we're cool in here. It's not moist. There's no moisture in there. It just looks dry. I don't know. I got. No, that is an onion. I got an onion, sprout, and an onion up in here. Ooh, we gotta get eyes on those potatoes. I'm gonna tell you right now, that's enough. All right, so, and I think I gotta do I'm really sitting here trying to, am I gonna eat these peppers knowing they look like this? Probably not. But I'm gonna just go ahead, I guess, and speed this part up. And we'll reconvene later because I want to make sure I get this stuff done and out to the trash can. before they come and decide to pick the trash up. I'm gonna touch something that was wet. I'm about to wash my hands, so we about to do this. All right.
Anywhere you go, give it all. Anywhere you say, anywhere.
I ended up picking that up this weekend, and I got it off of Facebook Marketplace. And I wanted to make sure I got the box out before today, because that means it was gonna sit in the house for another week, and I didn't want that. And it's not like I could return it if something's wrong with it anyway. So I don't know what all these doohickeys do. I'm gonna have to put the battery to the side. Okay. Oh, girl. I dropped everything. I don't know what this thing needs besides the batteries. I need to just plug it in and see what happens. But it came with a remote. So at some point I'll read that. Alright, I didn't use scissors. I had the box cutter. Don't do this at home, kids. That's all I'm gonna say. I can't get this dang. I can't get to the. So yeah, the box is out. I'm pretty sure there's something else I need to be throwing out. There's always something I could be throwing out. Girl, I'm not playing. I'm be trying to clean this house out. But you can see my living room is a mess. I swear I be cleaning. Lord Jesus, the English is so improper. Anywho, I clean the living room, and then they come home, and then it don't look like I cleaned the dang on thing, but the kids know I did something because the living room looks slightly different. They always, no, the boys always like, oh, Mom cleaned the living room. Oh, you can tell? I'm sure you can, because look at this. They had a time this weekend, I guess. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm trying to get to the. Oh no. There. This right here is making me hot. Okay. Hot dog. There's already a battery in here. Let's plug it up, shall we? Okay. I wonder, can you start this thing without the remote? Oh, 30 minutes, distance, calories, speed. Okay. Well, hold on then. I need to get me some shoes. I'm just gonna, let's see. Oh, well then we won't take those off. We'll leave it. Okay. Where's my phone? Oh, wait. Stop. That's 6. 4.06. Let's go up. That's 1. That's not bad. Oh, this speed ain't the same speed as the treadmill. This is a faster walk. I'll start doing it. Oh, 3.8 is the highest. Okay. We should. Okay, this is cool. All right, let's go back because I want you to see mode. Oh, it's kind of warm on my feet. That really picked up. All right, let me turn it off. Let's go to mode. 30 minutes, let's see. You didn't do 30 minutes or down. Distance, I guess that's 5 miles? I don't know. Calories. And speed 0. But that's what it looks like when you first turn it on. I'm over here trying to compare it to my treadmill that's in the basement. Didn't actually kind of get up. It's not bad. So we got it. It's here. It's in the house. It works. I ain't about to worry about it. We just I'm gonna just leave it out for now because the boys been asking. We got a Saturday. They've been asking since Saturday. Today's Tuesday. Am I gonna set it up so that way they can use it? I didn't buy it for them. Buy it for me. But I think this might be a really good alternative. So like downstairs in the basement, I don't have a TV in the basement anymore, and I don't have like. I probably have to get like my I think the tripod could sit up above it if I wanted to watch TV. But yeah, or like watch YouTube or something on my phone. So I figured this would be a different alternative, an alternative, because my treadmill is older, and I bought it refurbished. Of course, you know what I'm probably about to say. It's older than my kids, because it is. I got it in, I think, 2010. Or 2011. I don't know, but they show you I've had it for a while. Something like that. That's all I'm gonna say. It's been a while. Wow, that's like a 15-year-old treadmill. And it worked when it wants to. And I'm not mad at it. When it worked, I'd be grateful. So, like I said, this just to walk. And if I want to watch, like, just watch TV and walk, I think that's what that's kind of why I got this. And then plus this will fit up under my desk too. So I could walk and do work if I wanted to. So we shall see how this goes. I don't know about carting this around, but I don't know. We'll see. And then the challenge is I got to figure out where I'm about to put this now. It might have to go upstairs because I wanted to put it in the basement, but I can't put it in the basement. I mean, it'd be fine in the basement. It will, but it won't. I have to find a really good spot for it because when it rains really hard, like today, it's about to rain all this week. That means there's going to be water in my basement. So, and I don't want to put that down there like that. Like my treadmill sits up high up off the floor, that like rainwater and stuff like that, I'm okay with. Now, if it's coming out that sewer drain, nah, I'm pissed. That's something different. They actually came and cleaned them, I want to say a couple of months ago. So we'll see how this summer goes. But anywho, I'm hungry. What time is it? It's 10:28, so I probably should make me something to eat. But we still gotta go to the grocery store. But this is out. It's up. Box is out. Trash is out. I need to go and really make a grocery list because I don't want to buy too much. So like I told you, the last 3 weeks have been crazy where we've really been like in and out the house. The next 3 weeks is about to be the same because like this past weekend was Mother's Day weekend. That was the only weekend I have on this month. So we'll see, because that means we're going to be ripping and running when I do have them, probably. I don't know. My eyes itch. Oh my God. And then, of course, we got at the end of the month, we got birthdays coming up. My SK birthday, Sunday. Friend birthday, Tuesday or Wednesday. Friend birthday, Tuesday or Thursday. And then the weekend, Memorial Day weekend, bitch, we about to be outside for a bit because I don't know what everybody doing, but we about to be hanging. I sound like I'm about to be hanging because I'm like, it's your birthday. It's your birthday. Okay, but let me figure some stuff out. We'll reconvene later. just sit you right there for a hot little second. I just gotta put the food and stuff away. I don't feel like doing that just yet. I'm like, can we like just chill for a little bit? I think I might just sit down for a hot little second. Ow! Hit my knuckle. I didn't break the skin. That hurt. Yeah, I guess that's a sign to sit down for a bit. And then I guess we'll reconvene later. But I know I gotta put that up because there's that milk and eggs. Where the heck? Why is this down here? And why was it in the cup holder? Kids, I tell you. Get back in there. Boy, I gotta sneeze. Oh my God. Oh. Oh my God, I am tired. I'm tired. Oh, my nose is itching. I gotta sneeze again. And the reason why I'm tired, but that's because I stayed up till almost 2 in the morning reading my book and woke up knowing I had to get up at 6. My eyes, they still hurt. And it doesn't help that it's out, my allergies is on top of that too. But I still feel like it was well worth it. I'm reading Fourth Wing. I am on chapter. Let me go the other way because I'm almost done with this chapter. Chapter 31. I was gonna say 32. Now I'm gonna start chapter 32 and I think like 4 or 5 more pages. So I'm almost done with this the current chapter that I'm reading. But yeah, I've already read once today. I ended up after setting up. Let me slow down. So after I last left you, we ended up, I told you I was going to sit down for a little bit. I sat down for like all of 2 or 3 minutes. And I said, you know what? Let me get my book. Because I wanted to read. I was like, I'm going to just sit and read. So I turned around, went and got the book and sat down. And I was like, nah, let's get on this walking pad. So I did my 30 minutes walking on the walking pad and I read my book. So once I got to almost like a break in the chapter. God, I gotta sneeze. Get the break in the chapter. I said, all right, that's it. Time to get up. So I'm doing pretty good so far. Oops, wrong button. Oh, this need to go on the charge. I'm at 28 minutes instead of the 4:30. So I didn't get a chance to close my yet. I haven't closed my exercise ring. I'm at 8 out of 12 stands. And yeah, so I'm at 6,857 steps so far today. I want to do a challenge, but I don't know how I feel about it. Like, I probably should just start doing it and then see what happens instead of like, I'm gonna do a challenge, y'all with me, and then don't do that stuff. I'm so serious. But anywho, I want to do, because at one point I was doing 10,000 steps a day. I want to try that again. But was I doing it consecutively for like 30 days? No. But I was doing it like when I was working and I was in the building. I would make sure I would get steps in. Actually, no, that's a lie. I got more steps at home than I did when I was working in the building. So, and that was the purpose of buying this watch, because I knew I always had my phone on my hip and it counts your steps. So I would always be like 8,000 steps or some stuff like that. But I would be like 9,000, close to 10,000 steps being at home. So I was like, if I'm at home, I don't have my phone on me. I always set it down. So how many steps am I really getting? Because by the time I would look at the end of the day, it would say I was only getting like 2,300 steps, 3,000 steps. And I know that's a lie if I'm all over my house. So I bought the watch and wore the watch. And it told me I was getting more steps than I thought, baby girl. So I think I might want to try that again and see how that go. I kind of want to do it for like, let me close this out before I hit something. You talk about some record workout. I've done it already. But we'll see. I want to try to see if I can film all day, like give you a full day, because usually when it's time to pick the boys up, once I pick them up, I don't pick the camera back up. Just it is what it is. We start on our evening stuff, homework, dinner, stuff like that. So I want to see if I can finish today out like a full day. So we're waiting for them to be dismissed now. I think I'm gonna read, because what time is it? I got time. So I'm gonna read a little bit more of the book while I still have a chance. And then we're gonna go home, and I'm hoping they don't have no homework, but it's cool. They probably will. Look at my nose looking red. I look like Rudolph. Child. Anywho, so I'm gonna read this book. We'll check back in. I'm gonna make some. I want to make a matcha when I get back home. That I know I'm gonna have to do. So I'm gonna do that, and then maybe if I have enough time, I will record cooking dinner. And then I know I gotta finish washing the dishes. I've been washing the dishes off and on all day. It's not my favorite chore to do. It gets on my nerves, but it is what it is. So I said I was going to do this as soon as I got in the truck after the oil change, but I didn't do it. Clearly, I didn't. It's a little bit later. And the sun is finally out, so it's so nice. But I'm pretty sure I'm not going to be looking at the camera. I'm not going to lie to you, because I took the truck in for oil change this morning, and I had them take a look at the brakes. And because I was telling them, I said, when I have to do like an abrupt stop, like when people do dumb stuff and then we all got to stop like that, it'll stop. But then if I have to like stop right after on the left hand side, it felt like it was grabbing, and then it would grind if I had to stop right after that abrupt stop. So I was like, something ain't right. Sure enough, I needed some front brakes, and I was like, dang, I just got these brakes done. I feel like last year, hey, I don't know. I'm like, I do have a left foot, but I don't be doing dumb stuff. Like, I'm not coming off the freeway doing 70. I've had once before, but I'm not saying that's something I do on a regular basis that requires me to be getting my brakes done like that. But at the same token, I think when my father-in-law was doing my brakes, we would just have them do them once a year regardless. So it ain't nothing new. It's just the price of them all. Jeez, that went up. But anywho, that's not why I'm on here to talk about it. I am, but I'm not. So in the midst of sitting there, this other lady, she walked in, and it was funny because she called to get her oil changed, and he was like, well, I got one in front of you. It was me. So she comes in, because I'm done now. They're going to take a look at mine for the brakes. I hope you can hear me. I wonder, do I need to start this truck up? Because my background got loud all of a sudden. So she comes in, she sits down, and we get to talking. We'll come to find out she's going to have surgery on her, I believe it's her knee, her right knee. So that's her driving knee. So she was like, I'm going to just get an oil change. She was like, I need to get the brakes done as well. She was like, but I'm doing the oil now. She was like, and I don't even need to do it yet because it's not even time. She was like, I still got time on it, but I'm just going to do it. They told her she can't drive for 4 to 6 weeks. I think it's 4, but no more than 6, if I'm not mistaken. But I think she could only, it's 4. So she's got to do, anywho, but she's scheduled for surgery tomorrow morning. So the guy that's sitting behind the counter, he said, well, this is before she said it's tomorrow. He said, well, when is your surgery? And that's what she said, tomorrow. So he goes and tells her, like, everything's going to be all right, and he touches her shoulder. But the moment he says everything's all right and he touches her shoulder, he said something else too, but to the extent he's basically saying that everything's going to be fine. I felt that. And so it made me like a little tear up just a little bit. And I was like, okay. So she was like, she said something. What did she say? See, this is why I was supposed to do this as soon as I got in the car, because I don't remember what everybody said now, because a couple of hours done passed. But she was saying thank you, and so he said, yeah, it's true, when you get goosebumps, that's what happened. And I said, yeah. I said, because I got goosebumps and I'm nowhere near them. Like they kind of like a few feet away from me, and I felt it. I got goosebumps from the whole interaction. And so now he goes, does something, he comes back, so we're still sitting there, and then he gets to talking, and then he tells her his, what he had been through. He had cancer at one point, and I remember him telling me that. Look, I've been in that, I swear, I spent a good portion of last year up in that boy. I was an honorary team member, okay? So, like, they see me, they may not remember my name because I ain't been in there in a couple of months, but when I was in there, anywho, that's beside the point. So I've already heard his story, and I remember his story. So he's telling her, the story and everything else like about it, and he's saying it again and looking at me, including me in the conversation, even though I've already heard it. So then she goes to say, how God works and all this other stuff, and what had been happening to her a couple of times, and then he goes back to say that when he had got, I don't know if he had got, when he got diagnosed or right before he started everything, but he was saying how he was mad at God. And he was saying because for him, it was why him. And his wife said, why not you? What makes you think you're better than anybody else that you shouldn't? So he talked about that for a little bit, everything else like that. And then, of course, you didn't get a chance to finish conversation because, he is at work. And a lot of people started coming in. So our conversation got tabled. But at the end, when she went to pay, she said, I needed to come in here to hear that, because I needed to. Let me back up. So when he said that he was mad at God, and he said he remembered he told God that he was mad at him, and he was like really, really mad at him. And so I guess, in the midst of this conversation or a dream or whatever the case may be, God told him, it's not me, it's you. You should, basically saying you need to be mad at yourself. He said, because you're the one that turned your back on me. He said, you haven't told anybody any of the great things that I have done for you. So basically, he used him as a testament because he brought him through it. The dude, that was 2019, he said, and it's 2025. And it was a testament for him to go back and start saying, hey, this is what God did for me. This is what the Lord did for me. This, this is the work of the Lord, basically. So now fast forward to her paying, and she says, I needed to be in here today to hear that. So I can continue, so I can tell people my story. And when she said that, it hit me. When I tell you it hit me, I started tearing up because I needed to hear that. I hope you can hear me. I'm outside the kids' school. I'm waiting for them to be dismissed so I can pick them up and we can go home. But yeah, so I started tearing up. And so I told her, I said, and I was meant to be in here today to hear that as well. And they looking at me because at this point my eyes is watering, and I'm like, don't, like, I'm trying to be gangster, like, don't let the tear fall now. Don't you do it. You know what I mean? But they were sitting in there, and I told them, I said, you know what? I said, I got out of an abusive relationship, and they just stopped and they looked at me like, like, huh? So I repeated it. I said, yeah, I got out of an abusive relationship. I said, married the man, had kids with him and everything. So yes, I needed to be here to hear that message as well, because I keep hearing every once in a while, it's like I get a reminder, and people always keep telling me, you need to tell your story, you need to tell your story, you need to tell your story. And I always say the same thing of how do I tell my story? I don't know how to tell my story. And when I tell it, I want it to be in a way of which I don't want to say like detrimental to my kids, because that's not it. So can't clear. But because I know at some point my kids will hear about what I have said, even though they know who their father is, if that makes sense. And I'm choosing not to. I don't want to speak any ill will on anybody, even though it did happen and it happened to me. So that's been my ongoing thing of how do I tell my story. So and I choose not to tell it. And I can tell you why I choose not to tell it, because when I choose to tell it, now there's this level of disbelief for one, but like it can't be true, that like that's a lie. So why would I lie? I have no reason to lie about it. And then and it's interesting because it's something that they can't wrap their heads around, because if you've never been in an abusive relationship before, you wouldn't get it. You wouldn't know. You wouldn't understand. So they tend to kind of dismiss and brush the experience up under the rug as if it doesn't exist. So if you choose to diminish and make it seem as though what happened to me doesn't exist, then there's no conversation that you and I need to have. So, and just for the sake of keeping my peace, I choose not to, because I'm I don't feel like having to go there with somebody, if that makes sense. But yeah, they had me crying. I was in there. I started like tearing up. Like a couple of tears dropped because they told me, they was like, no, you need to tell your story. They was like, you don't understand how helpful your story could be, because you don't understand how many women are in an abusive relationship and they don't know what to do and they don't know how to get out. But you got out. You made it out. So they're like, tell your story.
said anywhere.
I truly hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.